It's 56 days since Vladimir Putin invaded Ukraine. Since then, oil and gas prices have spiralled, of course, in part due to Western sanctions on Russian exports and Moscow's countermeasures. And we're all feeling the impact of that in more expensive diesel and electricity. Yet when it comes to serious economic fallout, the long-term impact of this Russia-Ukraine conflict on energy prices will, in my view, be overshadowed by the even bigger impact on the price of food. Both Russia and Ukraine are major exporters of wheat, barley and other crops. Ordinarily, no less than a third of the world's grain exports would be shipped from Ukraine's Black Sea ports, exports which have basically collapsed, sending global wheat and grain prices soaring. And that's having a severe knock-on effect here in Britain. It's pushing up the price of feedstock for cows and chickens. So dairy products are now more expensive, with milk prices expected to rise 50% over the coming months. And egg prices are also increasing as producers deal with soaring fuel and feed costs. Similar pressures are now also pushing the UK's pig sector to the brink, with the National Farmers Union today urging the government to provide, quote, urgent direct support for producers. Russia and its ally Belarus also account for around a third of the world's fertiliser exports, and prices paid by UK farmers have soared from around £280 a tonne for fertiliser this time last year to over £1,000 a tonne today, in part due to export sanctions. Fertiliser and fuel prices are going up across much of the world, of course, and that's why food prices jumped across the world, nearly 13% on average in March alone, according to the United Nations Price Index. And now the World Bank's warning this Russia-Ukraine conflict could spark famine and related political unrest across parts of Africa and the Middle East as food prices spiral across countries heavily dependent on Russia and Ukraine for grain exports that now aren't happening. And that's our On the Money question today. Could this Russia-Ukraine conflict spark a global food crisis?